Welcome back. I'm David Wilson, a leadership coach and founder of Dominion Street Coaching. So what can a fictional detective from Victorian London teach us about modern leadership? Quite a lot, as it turns out. And I'm exploring today how the methods of Sherlock Holmes can sharpen your thinking as a leader, improve your decision-making, and elevate your executive presence. So let's begin with Holmes' most famous strength, observation. He doesn't just look, he sees. Where others notice noise, he finds signal. For leaders, this is critical. In executive coaching, one of the biggest gaps isn't intelligence or experience, it's the attention gap. Great leaders observe patterns. They notice who speaks up and who doesn't, where tension appears in meetings, what's said and what's avoided. As a leader, ask yourself, am I truly observing my organization or just reacting to it? The second principle is to separate facts from assumptions. Holmes is relentless about evidence. He avoids jumping to conclusions until he has data. In contrast, many leaders under pressure default to fast judgments, and this can be a derailer. Holmes challenges these conclusions, instantly followed. He would ask, what do you actually know, and what are you inferring? A powerful leadership habit is to slow down your thinking and ask, what are the facts? What story am I telling myself? And what else could be true here? And this shift alone could transform decision-making quality. Third, think in hypotheses, not certainties. Holmes rarely locks into one theory too early. Instead, he generates multiple hypotheses and tests them against evidence. And in leadership, this can be a game changer. Rather than saying this is the problem, try considering what alternative explanations there might be. What different lens you can consider when looking at a problem? What different angle can you take it from? And this mindset fosters curiosity over certainty, and curiosity is where innovation lives. It also makes you more coachable and more open to feedback, which are hallmarks of effective executives. The fourth area is to detach emotionally in order to think clearly. Holmes is famously calm, even in chaos. And whilst modern leadership doesn't require emotional detachment to that extreme, there is a valuable lesson here. When stakes are high, emotions rise, and there can be frustration with underperformance or anxiety around results and pressure from stakeholders. But reactive leadership clouds judgment. In executive coaching, we often work on creating a thinking gap, a space between stimulus and response. So before reacting, pause and ask, what outcome do I want here? What response would best serve that outcome? That's the difference between instinctive leadership and intentional leadership. The fifth area is to leverage diverse perspectives. And here enter Dr. Watson. Holmes is brilliant, but he doesn't work alone. Watson provides grounding, challenge, and a different lens. For leaders, this is a reminder, don't operate in isolation. Surround yourself with people who think differently from you, who challenge your assumptions, and who will offer honest feedback. In coaching terms, Watson is the trusted sounding board, the one who helps you see what you might miss. So ask yourself, who is my Watson? And just as importantly, do I truly listen to him? So Holmes just doesn't solve problems. He explains them clearly, logically, persuasively. And that clarity provides a multiplication of leadership. He observes deeply, thinks critically, questions assumptions, stays composed under pressure, and seeks diverse input. And in a world of constant complexity for leaders, these are not nice-to-have skills, they're essential. So next time you face a tough decision, channel your inner detective, pause, observe, question and test. Because great leadership, like great detection, isn't about having all the answers. It's about asking better questions. Thank you for listening.